Disclaimer, this video will include stuttering, the freedom of speech, the freedom of information, and good information, the best tutorial in the world, and the truth. Anyways, hey everyone, welcome back, or hey bitches, welcome back or to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a tutorial that nobody asked for on how to play the video game, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I used to be a noob 2 days ago when playing this game. I was running around like a headless chicken, didn't know where the fuck I was going, didn't know where I was going, didn't know what map out of the 6 maps that they are in this game, didn't know where I was, what map I was in. I didn't know what player I was, how to use the skill that the player I was playing had, and I didn't know what to do. So I looked for tutorials all over YouTube. The guy who inspired me to play this game, X-Logan, shout out to him, I looked through 7 of his videos, him playing this game, and he was doing it so fast, I just couldn't grasp what the fuck I needed to do when playing this game. So I had to learn it by myself, and as a fast learner, usually things will take me an hour to understand. This game, it took me 3 days. So I was once a noob, and now I'm a pro. And in each tutorial on YouTube, it didn't get a lot of attention, and I'm guessing because nobody knew what they were talking about, or the tutorial wasn't tutoring, which means that it wasn't a good tutorial on how to play this game. Especially when I was looking out for them and it didn't explain what it needed to explain. So I just feel the need to let you know the tutorial on how to play this game. This game is hard as fuck, especially if you don't know what's going on or how to do it. So yeah, this game is definitely like a 10 out of 10 on very stressful and very hard if you don't know what's going on. So to tell you how and what you should know what's going on, I'm going to make this video for you. Alright, so let's begin. First thing you need to know about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is that there are 3 killers on you at all times. There are 3 killers upon you, and there's 4 victims, including yourself, in this game. What you also need to know is that each of the maps that you may spawn in, whether it be and this video will not be edited, so this is all just like, you know. Anyways, the maps that you may be spawning in, which is the family house, the gas station, the slaughterhouse, the mill, Nancy's house, or the graveyard, there are all very large maps. Yes, they are. They are very, very large. They're not small maps that you can easily get the hang of when playing a horror game. Okay, all the horror games I played, the maps weren't as giant as this video game's maps are. These maps are very large. So, what you need to do when first playing this game is actually go in the creative mode in this game and study the map. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. What I did was study like it was some type of fucking math quiz, because I really wanted to play this game. I really wanted to be a pro. So I went in creative mode in this game, and I studied each one of the map. And it took me an hour to 30 minutes on each map. And studying the maps is a very key essential, because you need to know where you're going, what exit you need to go to, and where places you should hide, or where to run, where to slip out of sight from. And that's why you need to study the map. If you don't know where you're going in the map, but you know the exit, which I did, you're not going to go far in these games. You're actually not going to go far. So once you study these maps, or if you don't want to study the maps, here are the maps you may be spawning into, because you're not going to spawn into every one of the maps, because you probably need to unlock the graveyard, which most people don't have that unlocked. So here are the maps you may be spawning in. Definitely the slaughterhouse, the family house, the gas station, or Nancy's house. So a majority of the map you may be studying in. So study those maps, specifically the slaughterhouse, because you might be spawning in those maps. So study it for 30 minutes. It will do you wonders. Alrighty. So, study the map. I know, girl, what the fuck? Yes, do it. If you want to be a pro playing this game, you need to study the map. In my experience, running around in the tunnels, which we'll be talking about soon, getting killed instantly, get screaming, losing my vocal cords. It's disgusting because I didn't know. I didn't know where I was going because the maps are so fucking large. The basements where you spawn in, large as hell. When you get up to the surface, the map is large as hell. So it's basically two different maps that are large as fuck, and you just don't know where you're going. Especially when you're getting traced by Leatherface. So, next we're going to be talking about is places you should be avoiding when playing this game. Leatherface, obviously, and the other killers. But the other killers, they don't spawn in the basement. Who spawns in the basement? Leatherface. I mean, Leatherface lair. I mean, Leatherface is right here. You should be avoiding Leatherface because when you get striked by him, you're done. You're game over for you. Unlike the other killers, it takes multiple hits. Him, it takes one hit and you're done. You're done. But you need to be to get in his grasp, he needs to be running. There needs to be open field for him to run. Okay? To hit you with that one strike. Because if he runs in places like this, that we will be talking about, if he runs into places like this, he clashes, right? He can't get you. But when he goes into the tunnels where there's nothing blocking him to be, clashing in with his chainsaw and starting it up again, it's free roam. You get where I'm going? So when I was a noob, I would instantly, south cell, north cell, doesn't matter. These are where you spawn, by the way. I would instantly go into these tunnels because I thought, why not? I mean, hey, go into these tunnels. Worst thing you should do, especially beginning in this game. I mean, in the beginning of the game, worst thing you do is going into these tunnels. When you first start out, Leatherface is a clear pathway for him to run and not, his chainsaw not clashing with any object to stop him getting that strike. Because when he's running with his chainsaw, that's like one strike and you're out. Instead of him hitting you multiple times, okay, with this chainsaw. But when he's running, get the fuck away from him. Get the fuck away from him. You will hear the chainsaw. You will know, okay? But if he's behind you, you just stop in your tracks and surrender. Especially when you're in the tunnels. Free reign, free game. When he's running, nothing is blocking him. Nothing will be blocking him. So when you're in the tunnels, you instantly get into the tunnels when you spawn in. Worst case scenario. Do not be in the tunnels in the beginning of the game. Because that's where Leatherface will be at. Okay? Do not go there. Another place you should avoid, if you spawn in Nancy's house or the family house, which is the map that we're using for demonstration, the family house, you see that? Do not go into the family's basement or Nancy's basement. Okay? Do not walk up there. There are two house basements, Nancy's basement and the house basement, or the family house. There are multiple doors to unlock when going onto the surface where you can escape, where most of the escape routes are. You need to go into the surface. So what you don't want to do is unlock the door that's under the house where all of the killers are mostly at, or cluttering at, which is the Nancy's basement or house basement. And you know who's also there that's annoying as fuck that you need to stand still for, or you're going to give where you're at, the killers will know where you're at? Grandpa. Grandpa is always upstairs where you need to exit out of one of the exits, the doors you just unlocked. Grandpa's always spawning there for some reason. And who is Grandpa? He's literally the fifth killer, or no, not the fourth killer, that he doesn't move, but he will tell you if you're moving, if you don't stand still. That's another thing you need to look out for. Stand still, 5 seconds, or if you move, the killers will know where you are because you will glow up like a glow stick, and they will know where you are. But if you are near Grandpa, he will let the other killers know where you are. So you want to avoid Grandpa unless you're trying to impale him, which is standing. I mean, not standing upon him and stabbing him with a bone. If you don't have a bone, if that's not your plan, you don't want to be near Grandpa because he will reveal where you are, and the killers will instantly go to you. So you don't want to do that, especially if you're like, if Grandpa, he will not be in the basement, but if you see something, which always is the beginning of the game, stand still. Grandpa is listening. You don't want to move, okay? Because Leatherface, he's going to anything that makes sound. He's definitely going to be in the tunnels. So if he sees you, because the family is not going to be in the basement, especially in the beginning of the round. So Leatherface is. So if you're going up like a glow stick and you're not standing still, he's going to go for you with the chainsaw. So did I also mention don't be in the tunnels in the beginning of the game? No. When Leatherface, he's going to eventually go up to the surface because he thinks all the players are going to be there, which I hope you guys are up there because that's how you guys are going to escape or get to escape, because there is one escape route, which is the fuse box exit, which you need a fuse, and the fuse is above the surface. So he's going to eventually trickle upstairs, but he's trying to get all the players he could downstairs, which is the easiest for him. So just stand still when you hear or when you get that notification that Grandpa's there, or just avoid Grandpa unless you're trying to impale him. So don't go into Nancy's basement or don't go into the house basement. If you unlock a door, okay, if you unlock this door and it says house basement or house room or whatever, do not unlock that door because the killers be cluttering around that area. Okay? But long story short, those are the places you should mainly avoid. Also, we'll get into my technique and what I do, which is also goes into what I avoid, but that's just me personally. But that works out for me. But this will work out for everyone. Avoid the tunnels in the beginning and don't go into Nancy's basement or the house basement. Now let's get into these family members. Alright? Because you need to know. You need to know what the fuck is going on with these families. Alright? Leatherface, the main serial killer, he spawns in the basement. What you need to know about him, he can break barriers, he can destroy cross spaces, and you don't want to be trapped near him. Because again, his chainsaw, when he's up and running, or just when you hear it, like if you hear the motherfucker and he's behind you, you're done. Unless you got like a cross space or slide through or barriers that you could enter, but if you're just like in front of him and you got just going straight, he's gonna kill you automatically. So don't do that. So I forgot to mention these cross spaces, which is just you should just already fucking know. So this is a slide through. Johnny, he's the killer. He cannot go through it, which we'll talk about later. So if I'm saying slide through, this is you slide through here with little gaps. Since he's like, I guess, too big to go through there. And Leatherface, he cannot go through there either because he's literally too big to go through there. Those are the killers who can't go through it, the cross spaces or the slide throughs. Also, Crook cannot go through any of them either. I mean, Cook, but Crook is appropriate word for him. He cannot go through them either, but we'll get into those killers later. Anyways, Leatherface, he can break through literally anything, including your body with his chainsaw. So avoid that. But if you're running from him, you also need to go through the cross spaces or the slide throughs to break that straight pathway to you. Because when he's running, he's going to be faster than you, especially if you're not running. And you don't want that open way for him to immediately chainsaw you. Because one strike and you're out, according to him. So he's like the number one you should look out for. But a close number one, not even second, a close number one you should also look out for is this motherfucker right here. The hitchhiker. Not only is he extremely fast, he can follow victims through the cross spaces. He will follow you through anything. Unlike Leatherface and Johnny and Crook, he can follow you through literally anything. Cross spaces, he can go under cross spaces, he can go through the slide throughs, he can go through anything. He's very fast. Look out for him. and he's fast, or his slashes are hit. So when he slashes you, it's basically like one hit, unless you can like go on in that cross space, even though he's gonna follow you right after. But like you need to break that open way, just like him. You need to not make it like, or you can fall through a well. We'll talk about the wells later, but like don't make it an open pathway, if you understand what I'm saying, because his slashes are fast. Like it will just feel like one hit and you're fucking out. Okay. Next, Sissy. Don't even say nothing. Don't even say nothing, because I know you were gonna say Sissy. She's not in the fucking movie, but she has poison items, which means she can throw poisons that cranks down your health, which is you don't want to happen ever when you're in the killer's thing. Okay, so she can't slash you with her own slasher. The poison will get you. All right, and if you're slow, when the time she gets to you, slash, and you're done for. So avoid the poison or the perfume or whatever. It's pink or green or yellow. So keep out for those, okay? She can also go through tight spaces and everything such. So keep out for that bitch too. I don't like her, but she's like a second. Now these two, Cook, Johnny. Cook, he can hear your footsteps, which you shouldn't get too insane about, okay? But if he's like really near you and he can hear you, that's bad news. But if you're like in the basement and it says Cook can hear your foot, or not here, he can hear you, that you don't, it's not too extreme. He just knows where you are at. But if he hears you and you're close to him, that's bad news. He knows where you are because he sees you. Johnny, he can see your footsteps. Okay? He can see your footsteps, and he can go through tight spaces, but it takes him a long time, or sometimes he can't. But yeah. And also he cannot go through anything. He's just an idiot. All he can do is just hear you and stuff. But yeah, Cook, he's like the least killer you should worry about. Period. And there's this other fat guy. I don't know if they recently just added him. I don't know who he is. But he's just like Leatherface. He looks the same as Leatherface. He just doesn't have the mask. Since he's fat, he can't go through anything. He can't go through the cross spaces. He can't go through the slide through. He's just a fat, ugly bitch. So look out for those killers. Those are the killers that you should, a little description about the killers. Killers you look out for, especially in the beginning, Leatherface and Hitchhiker. When Hitchhiker's onto you, it's kind of hard to lose him, because he can go through the cross spaces, unlike Leatherface. It's easy to lose, get Leatherface off of your back, but with the Hitchhiker, ooh, that's hard. It's hard, bitch. It's really hard to get him off your trail. But don't be worried, okay? Just avoid him. Just try to avoid him best you can, bro. Like, literally. Now, let's get into these survivors. Now, each of the killers do have like some type of superpower. Like Crook, he can hear your footsteps. Johnny, he can see your footsteps. Him, he's just one strike and you're out with his chainsaw. Her, she has like this poison that can like get your health down, and he's just fast as shit. Just avoid him, right? The killers have some shit under their belts too, but it's still like it's hard to be a victim. It's really hard to be a victim, bro. Like even though they got some like kind of superpowers, but like it's hard because like in what world this a horror game has 3 serial killers that are on your back that are human players? 3 serial killers. 3 serial killers are on your back. That's crazy. I don't know if I could. I mean, I'm a pro, but like before, like it was just so fucking hard because I escaped Leatherface and then instantly Hitchhiker's behind me. And there are some times where 3 killers be on your back at once, and it's hard to escape that. It's very hard to escape that unless you go into a well. But if you go into a well, one of the serial killers might go into the basement where the well drops down to, which is, we'll talk about the well later, but actually no. Wells are on the surface. They're very great. Okay, like if a killer's onto you, there's no cross faces, there's no slide throughs, there's no nothing, and you're just open. You see a well, instantly run to that well, and you go under. It gets your health down a little bit, but it won't kill you, and you go in recovery mode. But go to wells if a killer's onto you, if there's no cross faces or anything. Or you just need to reset. If you need to reset and you need to get a breather, go into a well. Also, the wells kind of break your progress too. Like if you're up in the surface, the wells kind of like you're at this exit and the well is like a mile away from the exit you just was. It's kind of bad. But anyways, get started with the victims. Alright, let's get started with Anna, because she's just fucking staring at me like a fucking loser. So these are the main characters and victims that you could be, unless you level the fuck up and you get them other characters. There are 3 other characters besides these, so there are 7 victims you could be, but only 4 victims can play the video game, or be in the game, not 7. But here are the main 5. The main 5. The main 5. Okay, so you don't like me eating? By the way, I'm eating Sweet Tarts Mini Chewy. It's so fucking good, bro. Like, anyways, Anna. I don't like playing as her. The only player I like, or the number 1 player I play, is Sunny. Then it will be Connie. But anyways, we'll get into my thoughts later. But this is an introduction of the characters. Anna. Apparently, I mean, I've played her, and I can't really tell, but apparently, Anna, she can withstand multiple hits from these killers. The killers get your health down really badly, okay? So, it takes multiple hits to get rid of her. People say she's a cockroach, because, it takes multiple hits to kill a goddamn cockroach. So, that's her power. She can withstand multiple hits at once. Connie, second. Most people play Connie anyways, because she's like really good. She can pick locks really fast. And this is essential because most of the things that you need to do to stay alive does involve picking locks. Like when you're trying to get out to one of the exits, picking locks. When you are trying to get out from the basement, picking locks. Now the locks, it's like 3 like lock picking. It does take a long time. Like it takes like 20 seconds. And that's a long time in video game world. Like that's like 5 hours, 20 seconds. So it takes a long time to pick these locks. And if you can't do it super fast, or the lock pick will break. So you have to do it like slow. That's why it takes so long. But Connie, 2 buttons, 2 presses. Okay, that was a little bit more. The lock is done, and you can open up whatever door or the gate that you're trying to escape from. So Connie, really good. Most people play her. Period. Next is Leland. He's a strong motherfucker. This is indicating what he does. So Leland is the only one of the survivors who can fight the killer. Right? Just fight him off. Not actually fight them. But like fight him off of something. Or of him. So Leland, if you're playing as Leland and the killer's like on you and trying to stab you, he can stop you from getting stabbed. So that's great, right? Yeah, and also no, because when you're fighting, there's also like another killer probably behind you, most likely. So if you're fighting, there's another killer. Like in my case, another killer's right behind you and it stabs you in the neck while you're fighting Leatherface off or something. So whatever. But yeah, that's Leland. Period. Sunny, Sunny, Money, my favorite. It's not because he's black. Sorry. No, I'm not editing this video, so you're just gonna have to skip, okay? So, Sunni is the guy I play. I love him. I really do. He is literally the best ability in the world. He literally has like magical powers. Like, that's like magical power. So his ability is called heightened sense. He can detect the family members nearby with visualization sound, which is really great. So if you're like not sure like when to, like if you're up in the surface or wherever you are and you're not sure to run this way or that way and you're trying to see where the killers or where anyone is at, because he literally tracks anybody, like the victims, um the generator, the car, like he literally can track anything with the head of a button, right? So he can hindsight literally anything, the killers, the victims, the items, not the items that make noise like a generator and the car. So he can track those with his hindsight. But he's very good to tell, like in my experience, like when I'm trying to exit the basement and it's like in the open and I don't know if a killer's literally just right there, you can just hear if anything's going on or sense, and usually they are there, which is great. So I run to the other one. But yeah, that's why bitches kill Sunny, because he knows what the fuck he's doing. Like for real, like, for real, like for real, for real. All right, Julie, Julie, Julie Crawford. Her ability is what's called an ultimate escape. So I'm just all right. So, when she sprints, family members have a harder time detecting her. So like stealth and speed, which is, I mean, like, hey, like, I mean, is that really what we need? Like, all right. I still like Sunny. Like, Sunny, sorry. Most people, like, when I'm in lobbies, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I have Sunny, and people are like, you bitch, like, give me Sunny right now. Like, what are you doing? Like, just give me, like, people go crazy for him. And Connie, too, but, like, you know, because he's, like, the best, like, detector, or whatever. So, as I mentioned, there are other characters. There's another guy named Danny, and his ability is an engineer, which he can repair or displace families' traps faster. Okay, and a tip is perfect for Sissy when his hyper traps. So I guess he's just like a fixer, bitch. Never played him before because you need to unlock a lot of skill to do that. Um, but yeah. And there's also another girl who looks similar to Anna. Um, yeah, I don't know where, because is it Anna? she talks about God a lot. Like when she's speaking, she's like, "Oh my God, like pray to God, like shut the fuck up, that shit." Like it's annoying hearing what she got to say. I think it's Maria. Another character is Maria. Wait. I think I'm missing it. I don't know. Let me know if there's another character that looks like her, but it's not her. I don't know. Or maybe it is her and they just wear a different outfit. But yeah. There's another girl, I'm pretty sure I'm not hallucinating, that looks like her, but she always yaps about God. And when I was playing Anna, she didn't do that. So, anyways, Danny, that's Danny. He has like long hair, kind of like shaggy hair. Yeah, you need to level up to play as Danny. And there's also another old girl who yaps about her son. Um, okay, so this girl, is she a fucking mystery? I literally try to look who the fuck she is, but nothing's coming up. Literally, who is this? Who is this pink girl, pink bikini and pink shorts, Texas Chainsaw Massacre victim? Who is this girl? I have no idea. But doesn't she look like Anna? But I'm pretty sure she is either, yeah, it's, I think she keeps on yapping about God. She's the girl, yes. Alright, I think they recently updated with these new victims, so it's like not a lot of information on them, or her, but she yaps about her son, and what she does, um, she has this powder that she can use to um, like puff it in someone's face or something, or just like to throw it so the killers can get disorganized. This lady right here. And those are the killers. I mean, not the killers, the victims who are running away from the killers. Yes, yes, yes. Um, but in my experience, I recommend playing either as Connie or Sunny, because Connie, she can unlock things really fast instead of it taking 30 million years to unlock this door while a killer's literally directly behind me. Okay? It's very good to have Connie, period. But my number one is obviously Sunny, is because he can sense where the killer is if it's near him. So like if you're wondering, I need to run this way and I just don't know where the killers are, turn on that sense and you'll see where they are. And it's great to know. Yeah. I actually got caught a monkey. I was playing as Sonny. I was like, oh my god, how are you racist? Yeah. They were like, bitch, you're gonna die first, you monkey. I'm like, ah, wow. Anyways, give me the edits. Give me the what? No. Give me the exits. Sorry. Okay. Let's talk about the exits in these games, okay? Because it did take me a long time to figure that too. In this game, there are 4 exits in each map, so that you can escape from. So keep that in mind. Also, I forgot to talk about this. Wait. Also, look up these maps. When you're done sending the map, what's good to do is look up the maps on Google, on whatever map that you are in. This is really great for me, okay? To know where I'm at, like know what room to go to find like a toolbox or something, or which exit I should go to. Yeah, when you're going and walking around, it will tell you which room you are, but it's just good to have like, okay, so I spawn in the north south or in the west south, and I want to go to the, I don't know, the garden thing. So I need to go around here or go around here, slide through here and go here. So it was great to have like people on Reddit made these maps. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's great to know. Also, this is a great example on how the Leatherface, he spawns here and how he goes instantly into these tunnels to film. Well, he goes into the exits. You go to the exit and see if there's any victims going to be there, but not in the first beginning. We don't even have no lockpicks yet. So he'll go and see in these tunnels. Yes, he will. Okay. Also, yeah. Okay. Also, like there are victims. I mean, killers can put like bolted locks on the door, so it already takes a long time to open up the fucking door. So they can put like these red locks. You can tell if the locks are red on the gates or on the door. That if it's a red lock, that means it will take extra time. The killers put it there. It'll take extra time for you to unlock the door. So it took 20 seconds. Now it'll take a minute and 30 seconds because it's like a long time. But you can tell if it's a red lockpick. So pretty, yeah. Anyways, let's get into these exits. Alright, we're just gonna use this the family's house as for reference. So these are not all in every one of the maps because the fuse exit, but there is a valve, which you need a valve to open. Here's the generator. Okay. Here is another generator, and then it leads to this exit right over here. So you can either go through this exit, or this exit, or this exit. And I'm pretty sure there's another gate right here, so it'll be a 4th exit. So you can go through here, which is the car battery exit, which I use. But this is like the kind of way out there, just like this one. Way out there. But that's how you know I'm a pro, because I'm able to go way out there and still escape. But this is the one I mainly use. It is easier though, okay? Because you need to find a valve, and you need to kick these 2 generators, or you need to kick one of these generators, and it takes a long time to fucking kick it. And then the killers be out and about, out and about. So I'm just gonna be kicking the generator for 30 minutes. No, I'd rather be stealthy, hiding these grass, and turn on the battery and unlock the gate. Boom, great. And then fighting a Val, I just couldn't do it. I can't. But there are multiple exodus. How can I say that? See how Reddit made this? Yeah, this is great. Anyways, there are the car exit, which is usually near the garage or the driveway, which requires a generator, or if you need to repair it, yeah. It's the fastest exit, so killers will be near each exit, but the car exit is where they be stalking at. Like I literally have a video of the cook killer just standing at the gate at the car exit. I'm like, bitch, how am I gonna? He's literally right there. Like, what am I gonna do? Because he knows like that's the fastest exit, quickest exit to go. The lockpicks exit is also a really quick one. You just find a lockpick, unlock 2 doors, or lockpick it open. Quiet, safe, and is often near buildings in the backyards. The valve exit, usually a water valve or pipe you must turn to unlock a gate or a door. It's really risky though, because you need to find the fucking valve, which is in the house. In most maps, it's in the house. And guess who's in the house? Grandpa, who tracks where you are. And guess who's also in the house? Every other killer. They just pass through the house. It's like, no, I wouldn't do that. Also, a hard thing is the fuse, which is in the basement. The escapes that you can do, which are in the basement, it requires a fuse. And the fuse, you need to find the fuse in the family house. But the exit's in the basement. So you also need to find the fuse. Also find the fuse box that is outside of the house. Put the code in, which takes a long time. And then go back into the basement. So you're going in 2 different locations. Instead of, okay, there's a generator right here. All right, kick it. And then the gate is right over here. Then we go. But no. You need to find the fuse, which is in the house, then go find the fuse box, let's say it's right here, put it in, which takes a minute, and then go back all the way down to the basement. Yeah, that's no. Okay? That's not what I would do. You probably shouldn't do either unless you're a pro. Anyway, some exits require a fuse box or generator, but mostly a fuse box. Usually part of the main building or a barn structure where you find the fuse box, to put the fuse in to unlock the code to go back into the basement and go out. Anyways, often the secondary escape, which requires a fuse box. Wait, no, sorry. No, I'm talking about another thing. Anyways, the thing I would require the exits is the lockpick exits or the car exit. Those are like the best things I can require to you. Alright? Especially if you're beginning out. Now, I know I'm saying what you should go after. Now you have to say, because none of the tutorials said, where do you go? What path do you follow to go to these exits? For example, this is the family house. You're going to the valve. The valve is either in the house or outside of the house. Okay? You need to go. So there's I can't really. Right. So there's a basement here. You can go in that basement, which is the family basement, which I said don't go. But if you want to go to the valve, you got to do that. You go up, go outside this door, which requires a lockpick. Or this one. Okay? No, don't go over here. This door you go out of, because then you go straight over here, and that's why that's cut off. I always forget that too when I'm playing the game. Like I think this is like the valve gate, but that's not. It's just a place right over here, because it's like blocked off by a big fence. So you have to go through this door to go over here. Okay? That's the pathway. Okay? Also, this is like where Grandpa is, or in this room. Okay? That's why I said, no, yeah, in the living room. There's like 2 living rooms. He's either in one of those, so like sneakily go across here, outside this door, and go over here, unlock this gate, and then you can hide in these grass, and then go into the shed if you need like another lockpick, unlock the gates, and then turn on the battery, or turn off the battery. Okay? Okay, it's hard to describe without the map labeling it, or me playing the game, but yeah. And then this pathway is pretty easy. You just kick the generator, but it's a long way out, which is also good and bad. Okay, because if If you're unlocking it and the killer's not here, but then the killer comes, it takes a long way to get over here, and then you quickly unlock it, then you're good. But if the killer's onto you on this long way and you're trying to unlock it, not good. And there's not a well or any place you should go because there's a bunch of trees right here, so you can't like go around the trees. No, you can't. So it's kind of like you have to make sure like the killers are not behind you, or if they are, like make sure they're far out because it takes a long time to get over here. Yeah. So I'm trying to see because there's so right here, this is a good example. We're in the slaughterhouse. So over here, this is like the worst map ever though, because there's so many things you need to unlock. This is the worst map, one of the worst maps. But the best exit that I go through is the car battery exit, which is the one I always go to actually. But you need to unlock a lot of doors. You have to be very stealthy to even be in this area, okay? Because that's where the killers be at, okay? Most people go to the battery thing, even though you have to unlock a lot of things, because the pressure value, you have to actually find it, and no one wants to do that. And then the generator, you have to, that's like my second option, but like you have to kick it for like 50 minutes. But yeah, you see this long path? This is road. This is all road, so don't get confused. Like, oh my god, like I have to walk now. Anyways, you have to lock a lot of doors, so how to say it? This is an exit that you might come out of the basement. So the biggest shed is the gates, the battery gate. I guess you can keep that in mind. You can tell which is the biggest. With a lot of bushes right over here, you will see a lot of bushes. That's where you know it's the generator gate. And then the basement one, I mean, yeah, this is the basement. This will be the basement. Basement's in the basement. You already fucking know, bitch. So let's not get into that. But you can find it over here, okay? So there's 4 things you can escape from, as per usual. Which house is this? I'm about to. Okay, this. Oh yeah. We were just talking about the family house. Because that really fucked me up. Because it was just like, where do I go? Where escape do I go to? So I will make a video about it, about what path you should take. KKK. I want the gas station one though. The gas station is pretty easy if you know what you're doing. You know, dude. But the night gas station, it is easy. But if you're beginner, it's hard because you don't want to know where you're going and it's dark and it's scary. But it's pretty easy though, because you can hide easier in the bushes, or hide period easier because it's nighttime. But this is okay, so you can't really tell. Yeah, I have to make a video about it. But when you see a gate, like in a random place, that's where you know that is the car exit. Okay? If you see another gate, alright, no, when you see in the gas station, if you see on your left, like if it's the left, it's the car gate exit. If it's the right, it's the generator gate exit. In the basement, you already know. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I have this all right here. So yeah. So I think we're done about that. I think we're done. Yep. So yeah. Pressure valve exit, fuse box exit, car battery exit, generator exit. All exits. Now, we're done. That's all you really need to know. Study the map, know the exits, know what route, know what strategies to use, what we were talking about. Now, the strategy I use, don't go into tunnels, go directly to, a toolbox. I do make noise, cause the toolboxes, there are some in the tunnel, but since Leatherface mostly be in the tunnel, you shouldn't be worrying about making too much sound when you're opening that fucking toolbox, so don't worry about that. When I get the toolbox, I go to the closest exit, unless it's the family basement or the house basement, because I don't want to go all around. And usually the closest exit to me is the exit that is farthest away, which that might sound like a downside, like farthest away from any exit, actually. But this is good for me. I feel like that's good, so I can look all around what's going on. All right, so I look where like the killers are, where my victim teammates are. So usually I go to with unknowingly, but it's good for me personally to go to the farthest exit so I can get an idea where everything is at. Then I move in for the kill. You see what I'm talking about? Then I move in for the kill as Sunny. Okay, this right here. What kind of game is this? Back garden. Oh. This is the, I think this is a gas station. Right? Okay, this is, yeah, or something like that. And also there's a graveyard one, map that is pretty hard. Yeah. Okay, anyways, that's my strategy. I'm very stealthy. That's what you need to do. Be very stealthy. Hide in the grass when you're in the open. Don't just be walking around, running around. No, because they see you. Because all of the characters have like some type of bright outfit on. Wow. Like it's a bright outfit. So you don't want to be just running around. So that's why the grass is there. For you to hide. Do you understand? For you to hide, bitch. Okay? For you to hide. This is a good example of like grass, or this is one of the exits, by the way. So if you're near this area and you like this is a fucking exit, and this was Cook. This is his hearing power, so he can hear. Anyways, the grass is a game changer. Okay, you can hide in there. And the killers really don't see you. I mean, they don't see you. I've never got caught in the grass. Unless they saw me run into the grass, but they never, like, saw me in the grass. Unless I run to the grass. And then they see me running into the grass. And then they saw me. Look at Sissy looking like a bitch. Like, I fucking hate her, bro. Like, I fucking hate her. Anyways. Oh my god, I forgot to mention this guy. They'll keep on adding fucking new killers. This killer, he's annoying as hell too. He can go through cracks. I'm not sure about the cross faces though. You don't really need to pay attention about the killers than the other killers I just mentioned. The killers you should really look out for is Hitchhiker, Leatherface, and Sissy. Okay? Those are the main ones you should be looking out for. Also, this leads to a generator or a car battery, which you need to turn it off to trigger the gate. So this is good to keep in mind, but it's not like too obvious. But like if you need when you got done unlocking the gate, and you need to find like the battery, just follow. It's always there. Just follow the yellow brick road. Do you understand? Okay, this is the other fat guy I was talking about right here. Right there. Sissy, Hitchhiker, Cook, Fat Guy, and Johnny. Long story short, this is the graveyard I was talking about. Hardest and not hardest map at the same time. There is a lot of hiding spaces, but large map, and you will get confused a lot in the graveyard. But don't panic. This is what you never want to do. Don't ever panic in any situation. but especially in games like this. Alright, you can panic, but like don't make sure your fingers ain't panicking. Make sure that. Anyways, that's all I really had to say about this game. Just a quick recap. Avoid in the beginning of the game going through the tunnel. Big game changer. Know what killer's onto you. Make sure 2 killers are not onto you. Or if 2 killers are onto you, you instantly gotta go into a well if you're in the surface, or you instantly gotta hide somewhere. Because you can't outrun 2 killers. Because one killer's running behind you, the other killer's like, let me turn this way so I can make a U-turn into where they're going. Because that happened many times to me. When 2 killers are on me. Like, they split up so they can corner me. Like fucking police. Like, it's actually insane. It's actually insane. So, make sure the hitchhiker never knows where you're at. And if he does, jump into a well. If you're on the surface. Or try your best to fucking outrun that bitch. Try your fucking best. Anything is possible, but like, anything is possible. Play as Sonny. If you're a beginner, play as Sonny. He's great. Okay? And also constantly look around. People don't look around and they just run into random places. That's what I did. I'm talking about me. I'm the people. Look around at your surroundings. Especially if you're playing as Sonny, because you need to see where the people are. But just, if you're not playing as Sonny, or Sonny whatever, constantly just look around. You might miss something. Trust. Look for the toolboxes. Okay? Constantly, because you constantly need to go back to the toolboxes. So you actually kind of need to memorize that too. That's like the main thing you should be memorizing. When you're in creative mode, and you're in these games, trying to, understand the map, because the maps are big, trust me. You need to memorize, or try your best to memorize, where the toolboxes are. Because the toolboxes are essential to even make it out. Do you understand? Like this guy maps. This is where the Leatherface mainly goes. Don't go in the tunnel. I don't know how many times I'm gonna tell you. Also, if you don't understand the map or you're just confused about maps, look up the map on Google. They have it there of the map. They literally have every map besides the graveyard map. Because most people don't have that. I'm pretty sure the killers picked which map it is. Or maybe just gets randomized. But I'm pretty sure the killers pick it out. The graveyard. But the graveyard map is not on there. All I gotta say for the graveyard, don't go near the church. And don't go into a place that says bunker. Because I got lost in the bunker many times. There's nothing in the bunker important besides like what you would usually find shit like the toolbox, like some health items. Don't if you spawn in the church. Not if you're not, you spawn in the church. If you're near, it's not even near the church. If you are in a place and it says bunker, do not go down there because you will get lost. That is it of the tutorial of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game tutorial. I'm pretty sure I said everything. No, I definitely just said everything that you need to know. This video would not be edited, just raw, upfront content. Isn't that what people want these days? And then they cry about it not being authentic, or whatever the case may be. Like, people have stutters. People can't pronounce words correctly. People have their moments. People want to eat. Are you going to attack someone for eating? Are you going to attack someone for stuttering and you do the same thing? Are you going to attack for someone for not saying the correct pronunciation? Are you really going to do that? Okay, bitch, meet me outside. But if you're beginning to play this game, because it is a fun game when you get the hook of it, it's very fun. This is a video that you need to look for, period. Good night.